Welcome to Progressive Retail. I'm your host, Cory Mosley. As always, thanks for watching. Today we have another great show planned for you. Every year around this time, NADA releases their annual workforce study, and we learn the state of the industry when it comes to wages and turnover. Some of the highlights this year included wages going up 1%, and over a 5-year period, average compensation across all dealership positions increased at an annual rate, on average, of 3.2%, while median income growth of all positions grew at an average annual rate of 2.6%, according to the study. Now, when it comes to turnover, it might be easy to guess that sales consultants and service advisors had the highest turnover rates. Now, on the millennial front, 60% of all new hires in 2015 were millennials. This is up 57% from the previous year. The hiring of women, however, is another story, with only 20% of all new hires being women. This number was effectively the same as the year before. Now, if you truly want to develop a winning team, this is a good time to revisit my 5 keys to employee development. Number 1 is to know them. Number 2 is to grow them. Number 3, inspire them. Number 4, involve them. And finally, reward them. You have to implement that full strategy for you really to start to see success from your teams. Now, when it comes to millennials, some special attention can be put to these areas. Why not try creating a 3-month engagement strategy instead of the 3-month probation period? See, we all hire based on that idea that for the next 90 days, we can fire you for any reason. I challenge that theory and suggest that you create an engagement program. Next, you need to connect them with your mission. The best brands in the industry all have a great story, and they build great cultures around the mission of the company and keeping people on the path to fulfill that mission. You have to solicit feedback and really want it. Don't just say your door's open, make it really work. Also, provide access to lunch and learns with ownership and or senior management. If you're a larger dealer group, senior management. If you're a smaller dealership, then that ownership experience is going to be huge to those millennials in the environment. And finally, you have to teach your managers how to coach. Employees overwhelmingly state when it comes to performance reviews that coaching is highly important to them. Yet recent survey respondents shared that only 32% of their managers were actually good at coaching. The truly high-performing manager today has to be able to do more than take a TO and pencil a deal. Right now, you have 3 categories of employees: engaged, not engaged, and actively disengaged. The faster you identify what category each employee is in, the faster you can get on the path to building a team that will stand the test of time. And now it's time for
Don't Be Ridiculous,
where the dealer remains anonymous, but the story must be shared. So here's the scenario. A ready-to-buy prospect submits an inquiry to the dealership on a high-end vehicle. The dealership engages the customer, confirming the vehicle availability, and presents pricing. Customer offers a counter, and the dealership never follows up. The customer buys from another dealership, and by the way, the deal isn't a giveaway or a flat either. But 4 months later, that same prospect receives a call from the original dealership to follow up. To that, I simply have to say,
Don't be ridiculous.
Now, if you have a Don't Be Ridiculous story to share, please send it to cbtshow@mosleyautomotive.com. If we use your story on the show, then you will receive your very own Don't Be Ridiculous t-shirt. Well, that's our show for today. I want to thank you for watching, and I ask that you share the show with any colleague that can benefit from this information. Please visit us online at mosleyautomotive.com to learn more about how we're helping dealers become more progressive and profitable. I'm Cory Mosley, and this has been another episode of Progressive Retail, exclusively on the CBT Automotive Network. I'll see you next week.